He's so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So we'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Randle outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Plays with nice force. I mean, Randle heading to the line now.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw good from Randle. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And here's Reeves outside. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Pass to Edwards. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Here is Edwards following the bucket by the Lakers. Back to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Randle. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Hayes. Here's Finney-Smith. No good on the 3. Minnesota in the lead. Randle left side. And Randle throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Pass to LeBron. And they recover it. Back to Doncic. Lets it go with the 3.
This is what Gobert is known for. His ability to swat shots away with ease.
Here's Finney-Smith. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Edwards looking it over. Over in the corner, Randle. Pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The 3 for Doncic. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Randle outside. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so it's Minnesota headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach. terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Pass to connect. They get a hand on it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Dillingham. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo, an unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
The Timberwolves had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, "I've always felt like I belonged." It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, "Is this confidence or cockiness?" He told her, "You're basically kind of the same thing." Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Alexander Walker up top. In the corner, Dillingham with it. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Takes a 3. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Vanderbilt misses. Timberwolves leading by 9. Down low. Here's Reed. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Back to Vincent. And here is Vanderbilt. Takes it inside. Oh, he misses the dunk. One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Stolen away. Here's the break. Here's Reeves. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Dillingham with it. Defended by Reeves. Dillingham with the bucket.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Time right now for your
Lakers trailed by 11. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A
And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Pass to LeBron. Out to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Over in the corner, Randall. And here's Edwards. He has 7. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Good. Conley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Right there, Conley working his magic inside. He is crafty near the rack.
Right wing. Back to Doncic. Out to the right wing. This one for 3. And it's good when missing. And here's Edwards from the arc. No good that time.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Conley gets the bucket.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Doncic looking it over. To stop the run. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your Lakers.
15 seconds left in the first half. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to James. Fires for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Minnesota with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 19-point game. Pass to Hachimura. Doncic outside. Misses the 3. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. Was derided at the time, and I can understand why. But Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strengths. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. And here's Doncic from the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Over in the corner, Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Over in the corner, Randall. And the rejection by James.
Minnesota ball.
Clock at 4. Hayes with the steal. Pass break, the Lakers. Kicks it out to James. It's stolen by Randall. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
You've asked for it. Here they are. The
Lakers trail by 20. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
Pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Edwards drives in. Makes it off the glass. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to McDaniels.
2 minutes.
Offline with his 3. Lakers trail by 20. LeBron with it. Now defended by Randall. And the shot goes in. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
You've asked for it. Here they are. The Laker Girl Dance Team. Enjoy.
He misses the free throw. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And here's James outside. Again, James missing. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Randall outside. Shoots over James. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Doncic. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
That's his first.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
And And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 17. A nice shot by Doncic.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Randall right side.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Nikhil.
And he's good on the second. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Reeves. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Reeves, no good on that one. Swiped it away. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter.
43.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Timberwolves leading by 18. Pass to Reed. Vincent with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Up top, Doncic. 6 to shoot. Fires from way outside. Rebound, Minnesota. To the paint. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Good work from Finney-Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And it's Miller with the jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The drive by Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, this is why me and so many others are high on Doncic. I mean, he's got the ability to fight through challenges that defenses present.
Timberwolves leading by 15. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Group substitution now for Minnesota. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys.
Thank you, David. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
Here's Doncic. Gobert with the block. Randall right side. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Timberwolves leading by 17. Hachimura comes with the double team. Three-pointer, Randall. Here's Gobert. Count it, good. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Minnesota making a switch here. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And again, no good by the Lakers. For three, Edwards. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. It's stolen by Randall. There's the drive. And he goes big with the dunk right over Rui Hachimura.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot.
Don't quit, twin. You're on YouTube. You'll play it through.
Looking to end the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Nah, I was saying you on. I was saying you on YouTube live right now. I was saying don't quit. Don't do it. It ain't working.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the wing, Reeves. In the corner, it's James. 5 to shoot. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Second team foul.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Anthony Edwards at the line for 2.
If you want to watch the game back live, it's live on YouTube. But I play on broadcast cam. I don't play on 2K cam, so it looks like the real game.
Here's Doncic. Gobert with the block. And so it's
you can see how you lost to it like game film.
This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan.
Something's detected at your front doorbell.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And it's Ayton off the drive.
The coaching staff really likes it when Ayton looks to be aggressive, take advantage of guys who have no way physically to match up.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Banchero. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
On the wing, Simons puts up a three. They get it back. Grant's shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Wagner. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to put one up here. Off target with the 3. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. No good on the shot. It's stolen by Henderson. Now the Blazers on the move. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, just a stunning play by Henderson, speeding away all on his own.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what their biggest challenge would be defensively, and his quick answer was Scoot Henderson. He said Henderson's as explosive as they come. We can't let him get out on the break and control the pace. Their hope is to force Henderson to operate the half-court offense, but Scoot may have other ideas, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And Banchero drops them both. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Drains the triple.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Suggs, right side. Banchero outside. Portland with a rebound. Back to Suggs. Wagner for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Portland leading by 3. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Back to Ayton. Henderson for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Henderson's got 5 now.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Pass to Caldwell Pope.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Carter. Kicks it out to Wagner. 4 on the clock. The 3 from Banchero. Orlando again missing.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Three-pointer. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Pass to Carter. Now here's Suggs. Banchero outside. From downtown. And it's Suggs with the three.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Simons, right side. Outside Sharp. Ayton with a screen. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Suggs surveys the D. The three from Banchero. And another three for Orlando.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Blazers making a change here. Portland leading. Pass to Williams. Back to Benton. And there's the drive. And the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Batase. Takes a three. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Now the Blazers moving it up. Counted. Good.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And the ball out of play. The Trailblazers will have it.
Number 21, Mo Wagner.
Simons, left side. Here's Sharp. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner. Wow.
Incredible indeed. Waits until the very last second to let it fly. Woo.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
The most consistent attack on offense so far has been the mid-range jump shot. We'll see if they can keep that rolling.
And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
And it's in there.
Tough to slow down the momentum that Simons has here. Just powered through on the drive.
For three, Anthony. They get it back. Back to Isaac. Second chance shot. Pass to Black. And here's Banchero. Here's Black. 6 to shoot. Back to Banchero. The three is up. That shot, no good. Portland leading by 5. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Williams. Basket counts.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard, but he can dish it.
And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
And Williams punches it home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Knocked loose. And stolen by Banchero. Three-pointer, Anthony. Portland with a rebound. Here's Sharp. Here's Simons. Great D that time from Banchero.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Pass to Batase. 4-3. And Clingan pulls it down. Portland leading by 6. Here's Benton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Delano Banton, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Suggs, no good. And so here's Portland. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And Grant gets it to go. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there. A nice soft touch in close to the rim.
Carter on the wing. Wagner outside. The 3 from Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Pass to Ayton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Suggs outside. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, Grant throws it down.
How about the vision from Grant? Reads the defense like a book and jumps all over him in the open floor.
Pass to Wagner. Here's the 3. Suggs outside. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. No made baskets yet. No good on the triple. Trailblazers lead by 10. To the middle. Here's Kamari. Oh!
Nah, don't quit, little scary nigga.
I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Pass to Gobert. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
And there's James from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
That signature pull-up, not many do it like James does.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. First quarter of play, a minute in. McDaniels up top. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Misses off the left iron. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Now here's Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Here's Edwards. Minnesota again missing.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter. To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
They get it back. For 3, Conley. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Reeves. Doncic left side. And Doncic hammers it home.
Luka with so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Timberwolves trail by 5. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And so